We're going up very strongly in the polls. They don't know what to do about it.
Despite what Donald Trump said at a press conference on Monday, his hold on support in the 2016 presidential race may have hit a ceiling. In the latest NBC News Wall Street Journal poll, the billionaire still leads his Republican rivals, but that lead has been cut to 1 percentage point with retired neurosurgeon Ben Carson. Mr. Carson and former Hewlett-Packard CEO Carly Fiorina have seen huge gains since July, and voters continue to show support for candidates with no political experience.
This anger that we're seeing at Washington and at elected political leaders is showing up in spades in the race for the Republican presidential nomination, where 3 of the top 4 leaders are from outside the political system and have never held elected office. Donald Trump still leads the field, but he's essentially tied with Ben Carson, and then tied for 3rd are Carly Fiorina and Senator Marco Rubio. Mr. Trump, Mr. Carson, Ms. Fiorina are outsider candidates. They haven't been in elected politics before. You add their support together and it's well over 50%.
On the Democratic side, troubles continue for Hillary Clinton. In June, when asked if they could see themselves supporting her, 92% of likely Democratic voters said yes. That number dropped to 76% in the latest poll. Meanwhile, Vice President Joe Biden is expected to decide whether to enter the race in October. A Biden candidacy would make the Democratic primary race difficult to predict.
When we put Joe Biden on the ballot, along with Clinton and Bernie Sanders, he drew about 17%. Now that's a good 25 points behind Hillary Clinton, and it's below Bernie Sanders. What it shows us is not that Biden is well positioned to win. I mean, who knows what would happen if he got in. But what we saw is that he draws almost all of his support from Hillary Clinton rather than from Bernie Sanders. So as this race goes forward, if Biden were to rise, he would probably draw more support from Hillary. Bernie Sanders' vote seems pretty stable and locked in at about 35 or 38%. And Biden could make a good run at those voters against Clinton and really complicate her ability to stay ahead of Bernie Sanders in some of these states.